welcome to this month's Pranayama practice. Today we are observing Santosha, the second of the niyamas, which is all about contentedness. Now that's not the same as complacency, that is being content with everything that we have in our life right now and with who we are, our true selves. So today we are going to be practicing our Ujjayi breath. Now, you may have heard of Ujjayi breath. Hands up, how many times you've been to a yoga class or who's been to a yoga class and the teacher has said, take your Ujjayi breath. And you have no idea what they're talking about, because that's happened to me quite a few times. It's probably the most commonly used pranayama technique in most yoga classes because it's very simple. You may have heard of it being referred to as Darth Vader breath, right? So if you weren't sure, you know what Darth Vader sounds like, very deep, okay? That is your Ujjayi breath. It can also be referred to as victorious breath and ocean breath. I like to call it ocean breath because I love the fact that we have the power to create the sound of the ocean waves just simply through a pranayama technique, through our breath. And I love being by the ocean. I love to go to the beach. I love to be near the sound of the waves. And if I'm not able to get to the ocean for whatever reason, I practice this pranayama technique and it just transports me straight there immediately. So I'm going to take you through the pranayama process for ocean breath, for your Ujjayi breath, so that you too can just practice it whenever you feel like, but also if you ever find yourself in a yoga class and the teacher says, take your Ujjayi breath, you will know what that means. Now, I love the description of ocean breath in this book, the Harvard Medical School Guide to Yoga, which describes ocean breath as a slow, calming breath that quiets the mind. It should be loud enough that people next to you would hear you breathing. When you listen to your breath, it will drown out the distracting thoughts in your mind. Ocean breath also stirs energy in the body and it keeps the mind focused when used as part of an asana practice. It can be used to pace the flow in a sequence of asanas. I love it. It also says that ocean breath should fill your room with the sound of the ocean. Like, what is not to love about that? So, let's give it a practice, shall we? Bring yourself to a comfortable position, whatever feels comfortable for you, be you in lazy mermaid, cross-legged, or kneeling. It's entirely up to you. Just bring yourself to that lovely, comfortable position. Close your eyes. Bring your hands to your knees, palms facing up to receive and connect to the universe, palms down for that inward self-reflection, whatever feels right for you in this moment. Just connect to your breath and notice where your breath settles. Is it quite shallow? Is it in your chest? Or is it a little bit deeper around your solar plexus? Maybe it's even deeper again and you're going for full-on abdominal breathing. But if it's your natural breath, I suspect you're somewhere a little bit higher. Just notice how it feels. And summon that self-acceptance inwards. And we're going to start by really trying to focus our breath to our lower abdomen, okay? Because when we breathe normally, we usually breathe quite shallow into our chest. We might bring our breath a little bit lower to the middle of our lungs, but our lungs are really big, right? They come quite far down. So when we ever talk about abdominal breathing, we're not taking breath into our stomach, we're actually taking the breath to the lower third of our lungs. So if it helps, bring your hands onto your abdomen, onto your belly. And let's take our breath all the way down to our belly, that lower third of our lungs. Feel free to close your eyes here. And we're going to do 6 deep breaths in through the nose and out through the nose. As you inhale through the nose, really push your belly button out. Try and push those hands away from your belly. With every exhale through the nose, really pull your belly button in towards your spine. One more. It's not as easy breathing into our abdomen. It doesn't come as naturally to us. It does for babies because they haven't learned to stress yet. Bring your hands to your ribs, just to the sides here, feel your ribs. And I want you to really breathe into where your hands are so you can feel that expansion and contraction of the rib cage with every breath. So we're breathing into the middle area of the lungs, okay? Feel free to close your eyes here. Again, 6 breaths in through the nose, feeling the expansion, and exhaling through the nose, feeling that contraction. This may feel a little bit easier. One more time. Now we're going to breathe into our chest, where we likely breathe to normally, but we're going to do it much more consciously. Through the nose, feeling that rise of the chest, exhaling through the nose as we feel it contract inwards. One more time. Release your hands down. Let's try and put all of that together. So this time as we inhale, we're going to imagine that breath filling up the lower part of our lungs first as we push our belly out. Then we're going to imagine it filling up the middle part of our lungs as we feel our ribs expand. And then we're going to fill up that uppermost part of our chest as we feel our chest rise. Okay, so we're filling from the bottom to the top. As we exhale through the nose, we're going to do it the other way. So we're going to release the breath first from the chest, up from the rib cage, feeling our ribs contract down, and finally pushing, expelling the last of that oxygen out from the belly, all the way up through the nose. Okay? Place your hands wherever you're comfortable, either on your belly or on your knees, palms up or down, whatever you prefer. Close your eyes. Inhale slowly through your nose, expanding your abdomen. Feel the oxygen fill up the rib cage, feel it expand. And finally, feel your chest rise up as you fill up with that beautiful ocean air. Exhaling now with control from the chest initially, feel it contract. From the middle part of the lungs, feel the rib cage contract. And from the lower lungs, feel your abdomen come closer to your spine as you expel the last of that ocean breath. Let's try that again. Inhale, fill your belly up with that oxygen. Push your belly button out as your lungs fill up with air from the bottom. Feel that air start to expand the rib cage. And finally, feel your chest become wider and expand with that oxygen as your lungs fill up. Exhaling with control now, releasing that ocean breath from the chest. Now feeling the ribs contract as you release from the middle part of the ribs. And finally, from the abdomen, as you bring your belly button close to your spine to expel the last of that ocean air. Let's try once more. Inhale, fill up your abdomen with that ocean air. Feeling the rib cage expand with that beautiful salty air. Feeling the chest rise as you fill the last part of your lungs with that ocean air. Exhaling with control now. Slowly through the chest, feeling the rib cage contract and the belly button come in towards the spine, expelling the last of that ocean air out of your lungs. Let's try this again in our own time, at our own pace. Come back to your breath. Relax. Notice how your body feels. Notice how your breath feels. Notice where it settles now, if it's settling somewhere different. Come back to your body. Take a deep inhale here, hands all the way up to the sky. Exhale through the nose, hands down through heart center. Coming back to an affirmation that I want to share with you. I can relax in this moment. Nothing needs to change for me to choose to relax. I can relax in this moment. Nothing needs to change for me to choose to relax. I can relax in this moment. Nothing needs to change for me to choose to relax. Take another inhale here through the nose as those arms come all the way up to the sky. Exhale through the nose, hands down through heart center. One more time. Namaste. Thank you so much for joining me for today's pranayama practice, observing Santosha, contentment in the here and the now. I hope you enjoyed this practice. Feel free to really practice this over the next week and really start to practice it in your own yoga flows as well. I hope you have a lovely rest of the day, and I'll see you back here on the mat for our next Pop Pilates practice. Take care, stay well, bye.